Well, it's been a while since I've done Through the Lens episode, and I'm really actually excited about this one because I got a very, very special guest with me today. I'm not going to say who it is quite yet. Well, when I bring it, I will say this: it's a him. And when I bring him up, we're gonna have some fun today, and then we're gonna shut down a few things that were out there that were some rumors that were nothing but crap. And uh, this is what this is one of the reasons why I don't like social media is because people tend to, I don't want to say it, but I'm going to say it, they tend to speak out of their ass and not actually give the real facts. Um, they want to believe what they want to believe. I've kept quiet for a very long time, and that's because I'm not one to go out and trash people online, and I don't like it, and I won't do it. And but sometimes, sometimes you have to say something, And as much as I don't like it, sometimes it's necessary, and I get it. But yeah, we're gonna have a great show. There is there is something that I did want to talk about the global ghost hunt. We are still having an issue with the registration. So if you are looking to sign up, message us through Global Ghost Hunt Facebook page, or go to the website, and you can use the message board, and we will get that. The registration seems to be the only thing that is having a glitch right now. So if you're a haunted spot, you can go up and sign up your haunted spot. If you're looking to volunteer, you can volunteer. If you want to send us a message, you can send us a message. So the only issue that we're having is with the registration. I do have a link. Everybody else in the admin has the link as well, and they can send it to you. And it's just basically it's like a notepad, blank piece of paper with all the questions that we would ask if you were to sign up through the website, and then some emails where you're going to send it to, the pay link as well, and for the package A and package B. So you would tell us what package you want, and then we know. So if you are looking to sign up for the Global Ghost Hunt, just send us a message through Facebook or the website. Hopefully we'll have that fixed soon. I'm hoping real soon, to be honest, but it is what it is. Unfortunately, technology is not always perfect. So obviously, if you haven't seen on Parapost Network Central, there has been some new shows that have started. Uh, uh, some great shows. So I definitely want you to check those out. The New Era Paranormal, the Legit Paranormal. They got some really, really good shows, maps as well. They have a great show. We got some new shows coming as well, somewhere down the pipeline. So Parapost Network is growing once again with new shows. But the reason I'm here today is because Through the Lens is returning. And the reason why it's returning is because of this guy.
Hey everyone.
Long
time no see.
You know what? I was thinking about this all day and how I was going to bring you on. I was struggling how I was going to bring you up. I don't think there was any way. I was thinking, okay, well, let's bring you up once the intros are over, or I'll introduce you, or whatever. I just let it flow. There was real no flow to that. I don't know, but
no, it's tough.
Yeah. So obviously, Lex is returning to Through the Lens. There are a couple things, or there is one major thing that we want to let people know, that Through the Lens will not be on Sundays. So I'm gonna have to change the banner now. It won't be on Sundays anymore. Through the Lens is going to be returning on Tuesdays. Now, we haven't decided a time yet, but because of obviously the time difference and And so we'll figure out a time during the week. We'll have our first guest next Tuesday. So we will be no longer on Sundays. We will be on Tuesdays because that's when Lex is off.
I know. I
Hopefully every single
some
week.
free time.
Hopefully every single week he'll be off on Tuesdays, but there might be times where he might not be off. So we'll just do it for the following week like we have done before. So so me and you had a conversation the other day.
Yeah.
Filling you in on a lot of things that have been going on, even especially over the last couple of months. And like I said earlier, I've kept very quiet about it, and I continue to somewhat stay quiet about it. But I want people to know this was a bullshit rumor going on about me and Lex. It was out there that Lex left because of me. Bullshit. Wasn't true. And I don't know why people wanted to start a rumor like that, but it wasn't true. So, Lex,
Yes.
why don't you tell everybody where you have been, like I've been telling people? Family, it was life. It was life. And life gets in the way sometimes. And family's a priority. I've always said that to anybody. They have a situation with a family member or something like that, go deal with that. That's your priority. It's always been the way I've thought. So, to put this bullshit rumor to bed, explain to people where you have been.
Well, Brian was extremely rude to me, so I quit the show and everything in paranormal.
Nice. That was great. That was awesome.
No, obviously it's been a long time now, but unfortunately I had a relative of mine pass away, and it was a very close relative to me. It was my godfather and my uncle. And unfortunately, it was not a natural death. Unfortunately, he unalived himself. So, as you can imagine, in normal circumstances, that's a horrible thing to deal with. But it really turned me off of the paranormal field for a very long period of time. So I had to step away from it. But and then other than that, it's just been straight off just working and focusing on my family life and home. But it was a really rough few months dealing with that. So obviously I chose to leave because of that. So I had to look after myself.
Yeah. And to be honest, that's what I told people. I didn't tell people the reason. I told people that it was a family. Now, there is one or two people that I'm very close with that I told that you're close with as well. So, but other than that, when it came to anybody else, it's a family issue he's dealing with. And for some odd reason, as that went on and as I continued saying that, people for some reason got it in their heads, or one particular person, I'm not going to say any names, but one particular person decided that it was going to be Lex left because of Brian. Which wasn't true.
Not only is it not true, it's incredibly disrespectful to me and to you, but very disrespectful of my circumstances, because I wasn't online to defend that rumor either, and they knew that I wouldn't be online. So it's incredibly disrespectful to everything about it, to be fair. So I know who you are, though. So I won't have any quarrel naming you in a video at some point.
Okay. Well, and like I've always said that Lex is very important to me, and he's always been very, very important to me. He's always been a really, really good friend to me, and I would say one of my best friends, and one of those people that's in my inner circle of best friends. And I just don't understand why people want to create something that's not true. Is it to make me look bad? Maybe. Most likely that's the reason. But it just got to a certain point where it was just getting ridiculous. And somebody came to me and said, well, we think the reason Lex left was because of you. Well, no, it wasn't. And I spoke to Lex like a week ago, and it was the reason that I've been telling people. It's life. Life is more important. Your family is more important. Nadine is more important than a fucking podcast. Like,
It's a hard concept to some people.
It's apparently it is, and I'm glad that you're back. But I also understand that there's things in your life right now it's going to make it difficult to be here every single week.
Oh yeah,
And
definitely.
we will get that. We will get that to that in later shows.
Mm-hmm.
And it's good. It's really, really good. It's like I'm like extremely happy for you. And me and Lex, I don't think people understand that me and Lex have been through a lot. Like we went through Parachills together.
Oh.
And Parachills was like an absolute disaster of a company. Like
it was
the
rough.
way that people were treated, sometimes, especially me, the way when I exited Parachills, I was treated very, very badly about it. Like it was horrible. And which is kind of funny because later on down the road, the owner of Parachills came to me and apologized on how it was handled. But people want to assume the worst. Why is that? Why do you think that is, Lex?
Well, it depends on the media they're using to do it. Obviously, the people that we know like to create drama because it gives them a sense of they think they're going to gain something out of creating it. So they're like, oh, this person said this about Brian. Okay, let's watch that video next week then and see what if she says it again, or let's see what's being said this time. And they do that. I also think it's to remove competition. They know that you're doing better than they are, which I know that as well. So, but there's no, they think if they can bring you down, they think they're going to elevate above you. And trust me, some of the people that talk about, some of the people that have said stuff about you, definitely ain't going anywhere.
Yeah. And Jonathan is asking, what is the name Parachills? And maybe talk a little bit about that.
Well, the name was already there when I joined.
Yeah.
The owner of it approached me on Twitter to join them, and I think it was weird because they couldn't. I'm assuming they just wanted something to do with the paranormal and the chills of being afraid, but it doesn't sound like a paranormal company.
Yeah. So
I will quickly say this: there are some people that were in that company that I know tried to continue it after I left, and all the drama that happened with it. There's a couple of people that obviously still mean a lot to me. I haven't spoken to them for a very long time now, but I know that I did an expose video on Parachills on my channel.
Yes,
and they haven't spoken to me since then.
You have to go watch it. You go over Lex's YouTube channel, Lex Paranormal. What was the title of that video again? I can't recall. It was great. It was great. I loved every single minute of it. I loved because those are things that I wanted to say.
And I think this is what's good about what I enjoy about being a paranormal YouTuber or a YouTuber in general. And I'm not afraid of saying the truth to anybody. So I don't care if you've got 50,000 subscribers, 100,000, or 10, like we did back then. I will call you out on your bullshit. So their video was called. When did I do it? Oh no, that's that one was just called "Why I've Left Parachills." The other video, I think the other video you're talking about was when I did Age of Hypocrisy.
Okay, yeah.
Another expose video.
Jonathan's saying he wouldn't because of the name. He wouldn't join the group. What was Parachills? What was
it was meant to be, and it's something I still want to do myself in the future and build it properly. It was meant to be a base of operations of paranormal investigations that are known globally, but also ones that we bring to the table ourselves. This was we designed it to have departments. You had I can't remember I've been out of the game for so long, can't remember the name of them. Cryptids. Cryptology, that's the one. Cryptids,
It has been a while.
Been a while. I haven't said that word in over a year. But we had like a cryptids division. We had a paranormal, poltergeist and stuff like that. And the idea was we were going to take up cases and we distribute cases, starting with ones that are well known in the areas of where the teams lived. So obviously I'm from England. So we had 30 East Drive was one of my cases and stuff like that. And it was to go and do a legitimate investigation and document everything, every interview, everything we find on that case, and leave it on the website. So anybody can access it. And this would have been every bit of research we were going off, every document we'd ever read was going to be stored on that website so you could read for yourself. The unedited video would have been there for you. So you could, if you want to sit through a 16-hour investigation, so you know it's not faked or edited, that it would have been on there. Interviews with the people who own the sites or previously had encounters there. That was what it was meant to be. It's essentially, it was built and designed like a law enforcement office, but for the paranormal. And it's still something I'd like to do and have a paranormal agency if it was, if that's a better term for it. But that's what it was meant to be. And the owner then decided that he wanted it to be a bit more. And we ended up doing live streams every single day of the week. Which is fine because that's how Through the Lens was born. Me and Bryan created
and I was just about to say that. Yeah, I was just about to say that. That's how Through the Lens was born, with Parachills. And you know, and let me get this out there because, like you said, you like to call out people. The owner of Parachills, the owner of Parachills, he was an interesting character. He really was.
He didn't like women though, did he?
He's being sarcastic, people. He's being sarcastic because he did. But and I'm gonna say this because I'm not one to do this, but I've talked about Chris before on prior shows. And Chris is Chris still in jail?
As far as I'm aware, yes.
Yeah. Now it was word out, and now there was something out there saying that he got 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
But then something happened, and it was actually 10 years he got.
I'm not entirely sure on sentences. I know that it's not you, Chris Binder, don't worry. You don't want to be associated with this crime. But I know that there was an issue in the jail he was in Wales, and they moved him to a prison in England. So he got moved to a safer prison for himself, I believe. but
yeah,
I'm not
Jonathan,
aware about
just to let you know, Jonathan, are you familiar with Jonathan Keyworth? He's JK47. He does the show with AJ, talking with the source. Yeah. Chris Binders, he's an avid watcher of our new show, Crime Documentaries. So that's who these people are that are speaking. But Chris was an interesting character, and it's you know what, it's out there. You can read what he did. He had sex with somebody who was underage, and you know, which is unfortunate. And but he was thrown in jail for that. And I think we're going to set a new precedent on this show. And that is not to hold back on crap that's going on. So I think what we're going to have to do is, on the show from now on, we're going to have to put NC-17 at the bottom, because I think we're going to have discussions that are not necessarily going to be pleasant. It is going to be a different Through the Lens. We're just not going to be about paranormal. Go ahead.
But I was gonna say the same thing. I think what's going to be good about this new version of the show going forward, everyone, obviously we all love the paranormal, it's why we do it. But I think eventually because it's the same conversations that you and me have to have every week.
Yeah.
And the same questions. And as far as we got, I think almost 100 shows, I thought we're starting to get a lot of the same answers.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be fresh for us to speak to people doing multiple different things, whether that's acting, crime docs, or whatever we have on the show, as long as they do something.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be refreshing and less tiresome for us to perform it, but also it's going to be more interesting for the viewer to watch, because they know, okay, we had a paranormal guest on this week. I don't know what it's going to be next week. Maybe they'll be more inclined to come back and watch it, because I think maybe it could have got a little bit stale with the same repetitive questions and answers week in, week out. So I'm excited for the expansion of Through the Lens, to be fair, and I'm looking forward to seeing who we have on in the future.
Yeah, and honestly, Through the Lens can just be about everything. Like I plan to bring on and I was telling Lex before the show started that I'm planning on bringing my agent on. And people that are really interested. There's a lot of people that have come to me and asked me, well, how did you get started in the acting field? There's a lot of people out there that just are not sure how to do it or how to go about it. So I definitely have my agent on somewhere down the road. And Ilona is, or sorry, if she's watching, she's going to kill me. I just said Ilona. It's Ilona. And and it's tough because it's right?
She's gonna fire you.
Oh yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, it's Ilona. It's really funny about that. Uh, she threw on a Christmas party for everybody on her roster, and I was talking to her, and I said her name. I said Ilona, and her mother was standing there, and her mother looked at me and goes, "It's Ilona."
Oh, how dare you, Brian? How dare you say it?
It's like, oh my god, she just gave me. Her mother just gave me shit. Yeah, it was a riot, but no, Ilona is a fantastic agent. She's been my agent for 4 years now. And it's interesting because she was just starting her business when I signed to her roster, and she's done amazing things for me. Like over the last several years, I've done 16 TV shows now.
Yep.
And she's been an incredible agent. And the only thing that really sucks is I've had so many auditions for commercials, and it's tough, man. Commercials are tough. You have to be a certain type of person to do a commercial, and I'm just not commercial material. Last week I had a callback for a commercial, and it was between 4 of us. I didn't get it.
Is that because it was a Head and Shoulders shampoo commercial and you took your hat off?
No, but thank you for that. And no, it was what was that commercial? What was it for? See, that's the problem. That's the reason I didn't get it. I didn't know what the commercial was for. No, I can't recall what the commercial was for, but it was good. The callback was good. It's always very, very uncomfortable when you're doing a audition through a Zoom call.
Yeah.
I always find it very, very weird and very, very uncomfortable. When I'm there in the room, I kill it. When it comes to TV shows. And it's just, I don't know what it is when I do a Zoom. Not sure what he means by that, but okay. Tell me what you mean by that. What does he mean by that? You know what he means by that because you're laughing. What does he mean by that?
Well, he said you were doing an advert for Viagra.
Oh, okay. Thanks, John. Yeah, well, I don't. Hey, listen,
to help the aging man.
Listen, I do not have that problem. I don't take blue pills. I never have. I do not have that problem. So, if the wind blows properly, it's.
Oh, dearie me.
So, no, commercials. Yeah, commercials are very, 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 very difficult when they're doing it through Zoom. And I was disappointed because it was a good commercial. You know what it was? The outline of the commercial was very vague, so they didn't really give you an idea what the commercial was about. Sorry, Jenny. I'm sorry, Jenny. Jenny, I'm sorry. And I've been liking a lot of Jenny stuff lately because she's, she said something yesterday. I'm getting off topic again. She said something yesterday that was really, really interesting. I was surprised that about when they water down the vegetables, it's not because they're trying to keep them fresh. It's because when you scale them, they weigh heavier and you're charged more.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. Right, she pointed it out, and I liked that post. I first of all, I said, "What the fuck?" or "What the hell?" I said to her. I go, "What the hell?" And I thought about it, and it's going, "Holy crap! That's true."
That's actually clever as well. It's genius. I might start growing my own vegetables up here.
Yeah. So her advice is to shake the water out or shake the water off I guess as much as you can, because if it's inside, you're not going to be able to do that. But
Mm.
it was really, really interesting, and bravo to Jenny for figuring that out. If she figured that out, like that needs to get out there more on why they're. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me, to be honest. They're scamming. So, anyways, going back to the audition, it was a lot of fun, but like I said, the script was very, very vague, and it really didn't give you an outline what the commercial was about. That's what I don't like when you're doing auditions, because if you're doing a TV show, they give you a real good outline on what the show is about and what your character is about. But when it comes to commercials, it's very vague. So, you know what? That can be one question that we can ask Ilona when she comes on the show,
Yeah, definitely.
on why they make commercials so vague. So, but yeah, I and to be honest, I'd love to get Jenny back on the show. Not talking about the paranormal, talking about just interesting things out there that we should know, like fruit. And but yeah, I asked Jenny last year to come on the show, and she before you left, and I guess she was really, really busy. But we'll get her back up here and just have a, if she wants to come on, we'll get her up here and have a great time. But the real reason why we're here today is because of Lex shutting down a rumor that was out there that was absolutely ridiculous and made no sense whatsoever, and people speculating. And guess what, people? Guess what? All that other shit that you heard, bullshit as well. But there's going to be a time and place where that's all going to be talked about. It can't be talked about right now because of legal matters. And they are going to have a surprise, a big surprise. So that's all I'm going to say about that. And assume as much as you want. Go crazy, go wild. I don't fucking care. I don't care. And if you think I do, go to my profile, take a look at my pinned video up at the top of my profile. Listen to Dana White, because that's as far as you're gonna fucking go. So
my favorite thing is to think about as well is, like, if they come across this stream and know that obviously I'm back on now, they must get a little worried, because it took that to I heard all the rumor stuff and I'm like, okay, I'm coming back. All right, let's go. Let's bring the man with no fear back onto a show.
Yeah, and that's what I love, because Lex, as you guys know, Lex has got no filter. I do, and that's why our show worked. That's why it worked. Oh, yeah, you're right, Raymond. Back Tuesdays, buddy. Tuesdays, time to time. And we were trying to figure this out before the show. Is it TTBTD or is it TBD? Because time to be determined. But most people put TBD. Right?
Yeah, TBD.
I put TT. So yeah, so we're going to be back on Tuesdays starting next week. We'll have our first guest, and we'll see how it goes. But thank you. And I don't know if you heard this, but I know you were listening to the show when I did have it on. Did you ever hear when I said that I'm going to continue playing that video until Lex comes back?
Yep. I might have been offline, but I might not have been posting, but I was watching some of the shows and stuff. I do know that I did keep coming back in to make sure that everything was going well. And then I just sat there because I just wasn't typing anything. So I just chucked it on the TV when I was doing housework and listened to it.
Oh, wow. That's cool. That's cool. I knew you were lurking.
Hey, Rosie, I want to say well done to you. I saw you in the magazine. I was in Sainsbury's a few months ago, and I saw your picture on was it like the Hello or Now or OK magazine, something like that. I saw you do your piece in there talking about paranormal stuff. So I wanted to say well done for that. That was awesome. So
I didn't know anything about that. Why didn't she post that?
She did. That's how I found it. So she posted
it. Oh, I must have missed it.
Yeah, I saw it on Facebook, and then I was like, if I go out, I'll see if I can find it in my shops, because there's nothing like that in my shops. And then boom, it was right there. I was like,
there we go.
So yeah, that was cool.
He's back. Raymond's back.
Did I steal and upgraded? No, it's still the same old McDonald's one. They'll have to get a new one at some point. But I thought if I had to come back, I thought I'd have to bring the look back too. So
Yeah, and you know what? I will say you look great.
not doing too bad actually. I noticed in the camera when I turned it on, I've not seen myself on a camera in over almost a year.
Yeah,
And
you
I'm
look
like,
great. The beard's not as long like you used to have it.
no, but it was about a month ago, and then I got annoyed at eating food, and my mustache was going in my mouth, so I shaved it off.
It's gross. Well, there's some people I know that have real long beards, but they keep this nice and clean. But then it's really, really super long in the front.
It just irritated me, so I got rid of it. So.
Yeah, I wish I could grow a beard. I wonder what it would look like if I could grow a beard like yours. I can't. Guess a certain length it stops.
You'd look like Heisenberg.
Who's that?
Breaking Bad.
I've never watched this show, so
no.
No.
No, you wait right there. I'll show you what you'd look like.
What's the actor's name? Not his stage name. What's the actual actor? Because I think I might know who you're talking about.
Yeah, really. Oh, I can't remember his name off the top of my head. His name, Bryan Cranston.
Oh no, I don't look like him. There you go.
No, but if you had a beard,
Jonathan.
you'd.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jonathan.
But what about that other guy? There was another guy on there that was a. Oh, okay. There you go. Yeah. Okay, I can see it.
You'd have to wear this hat while you're investigating.
That would be cool. That's a cool hat. That's a cool hat. I'd love to wear that hat. But thank you, Jonathan, for the welcome back there. That's great. So we'll see everybody next week. Rosie, I don't know if you know, Lex is coming back. As you can see in the ticker. Starting on Tuesdays, we're going to be doing our show on Tuesdays now, which is going to be different. It's going to be different.
It also means I'm going to have a lot of fun saying "see you next Tuesday" to everyone in the audience every single week.
Oh yes, yes. I never thought about that.
Yeah, now I'm going to have
kind of funny
and see how long it takes for anyone to point it out. I'm going to keep doing it until someone points it out. So this week doesn't count. So you lucky people.
Yeah, you can say that to one particular person.
But JS. I have to head to a case. Well, good luck with that, Raymond. Let us know how it goes.
Raymond, all right, ladies and gentlemen, I have to head to a case. Oh, you're doing an investigation today? I have to head to a case. You all have a great evening. Great to see you. Are you going to go live or is it private? Is it a private case? So,
it'd
be great to see you live.
It would be cool. I mean, I'd put it on after this if he does go live. I'll have to keep an eye out.
Yeah.
And talking of cases, though, I'm looking forward to getting back on it. Obviously, I've got my videos that I'm now back on editing to get out. I know it's been 10 months since my last one came out.
It's private.
Oh well, good luck with that, Raymond. So once they're done, I am going to try and sort out this caseload kind of format I want to make, and even if I have to do it like a PI and just have my own private paranormal investigative agency service for a bit, just to get it, see if it works, and then I'm going to keep doing my investigations as normal. Eventually, I know, obviously, Brian, you know that things are changing for me in the UK at the moment, but I'm sure I'm still going to be able to go investigate it at some point. But yeah, so I'll sort that out. But hopefully by the end of this month, I'll have parts 2 and 3 up on YouTube for Merley House. That one will be done, and then it'll be 3 weeks until I can get the next 2 videos up after that. So I'm hoping I can get on it. I've missed YouTube and I've missed the paranormal world. I mean, do you know how bad it is? There is no paranormal stuff on my YouTube timeline, and it annoys me. I'm like, where do I start watching these now?
Yeah,
because I mean, there's been a shift in the fake stuff. I've seen many channels calling out Twin Paranormal recently, which has been fun to see. I was like, wow, these guys have got hated in 9 months. Jesus, it's crazy.
That is the I'm sorry, I can't. This is what we're seeing right now. Just to let you know, if you can say your name for us, that would be great. Because his location is part of the Global Ghost Hunt, so we are looking to fill it. If people are interested in doing this location, what's that?
Just thanking Nicole for sharing the video.
Oh, okay.
Well, the comment came from Enfield Demon House themselves, so the actual page.
Yeah, but the owner, him and AJ apparently have been talking, and he came on board to be part of the Global Ghost Hunt. So we're trying to get him a team to investigate and there. But thank you for coming on. I appreciate it, and hopefully we will get to meet somewhere down the road. I know AJ's talking about wanting to do something in October or something like that. So he's invited me, so I will be able to come down there. Hopefully around the October. I don't know if you guys have spoken about it, but I know he wants to do something with you guys. So thank you again for coming in the room. We really, really appreciate it. But I think that's about it for now. We will see everybody next Tuesday. We will, when I set up the stream, you're going to know the time because the time will be there. It will probably most likely be around this time, I would assume. Or did you want to do it earlier?
Probably around the same time, to be fair.
Okay. So thank you, Nadine. Isn't that yours? Yeah. Your girlfriend there?
Yeah. So I have the Parapost stream on my phone next to the computer, so I can read the comments with the people I can't see. And it just said Nadine is watching with you. So I texted her and I was like, "Are you watching the show?" She's like, "I got to support you guys."
Yeah.
So it's great.
Thank you,
and
Nadine. I'm ecstatic for us to be back together. And it's been way, way, way too long. And we're gonna have a good time, but it's gonna be a different show. And to be honest, it's going to be no holds barred. I think when it comes to us talking, not necessarily with the guests, but us talking before and after the show, and whatever that may be, we will see. But other than that, Lex, do you have any parting words? And I will end the show with your parting words.
I will leave you with this, guys. I've missed all of you, every single one of you. So thank you for tuning back in to see me come back. I am back. I ain't fucking going anywhere again. Jesus. But no, it's good to see you all. I'm very excited to be back on the show. I'm very excited to be back in this world. If you've been on any investigations that you'd like me to watch, please link them to my Twitter page or just comment them to me so I can watch them. I've been out of the game for so long. I've missed all the good work you lot have done. So please send them my way so I can have a go and see what you guys have been up to. But thank you so much. I will see you next week. And Brian, it's been good to see you, my friend.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome. We've been talking on the phone, but we actually haven't seen each other in like so long. But anyhow, thank you, everyone. We will see you next week.
See you next Tuesday.